My wife, Karen Bowes, was diagnosed with Alzheimer's about 2 years before she died. She had a fall during a power outage on September 30th, 2016, and broke 4 ribs. She died about 1 month later, on November 1st, 2016. I'll try to remain positive and talk about her life and the joy she brought into my life, and not dwell on Alzheimer's or her untimely death. I have been slowly writing memoirs of Karen and my life together, and have been trying to focus on it as a gratitude list. She still had a good long-term memory, and I wanted to capture that before that disappeared. I developed an outline and went over it with her while she was hospitalized. She was a true romantic who liked to push the end of the envelope. She was the love of my life and soulmate. Soulmates usually only coming along once in your life to shake things up, show you true love, and stand up to you in ways no one else ever has. I was left brain and she was right brain, and we met and fell in love forever. We had a 19-year love affair and a 17-year marriage. She was my exciting and beautiful free spirit, experiencing life to the fullest and willing to take me along for the ride. Her father affectionately nicknamed her as Trouble. We would travel to places I had been to before, and she would encourage me to try things I had never experienced before. For example, when we went to Martha's Vineyard, she told me we should go to the new beach at Gayhead and rub the red clay all over our body because it was good for our skin. Karen felt that certain situations, clothes should be optional. We met at New Beginnings Single Support Group in Norwell, Mass. They provide support programs for adults who have experienced a loss. We used to talk to each other at break, and I knew that she had attended the museum school and had often visited the Museum of Fine Arts. My daughter had attended RISD in Rhode Island, and I told Karen that I had taken my daughter to the Museum of Fine Arts to get a better appreciation of what she was studying. I figured if I asked Karen out on a date to visit the Museum of Fine Arts, that there was a good chance she would accept. We went in to see a Monet exhibit, and that was the beginning of a beautiful relationship. I've been trying to encourage her to move in with me in South Boston. One day she called me up and asked if she could move in with me. She said her daughter wanted to remodel the downstairs into a family room, and she was getting sick of living in the basement of the house. I said yes. She then rented a truck and loaded all of her furniture into the truck with the help of her daughter and son-in-law and drove to South Boston. We lived there for the next couple of years and had a lot of fun in the city. We decided to get married on September 26, 1999, at the church where we met, United Church of Christ on Route 53 in Norwell, Mass. This was where New Beginnings met. We had the woman pastor of the church marry us. We both were married before and were planning to do whatever it took to spend the rest of our lives together. The theme song of our wedding was Grow Old Along With Me by John Lennon, sang by her niece, Emily Smith. She always made me feel very special right up to the end. In fact, when she was in the hospital, she would say, "Here comes my Jack. Give me your hand so I can get your strength." She was a strong and thrifty woman, and she initiated most of our major decisions, the purchasing our condo and our Aruba timeshare. We traveled extensively together both before and after we found out about Alzheimer's. We traveled quite a bit before she was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. She initiated most of that travel. Aruba, Italy, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Florida, Grand Canyon, North Conway, Washington, D.C., Virginia, Baltimore, Ireland, Philadelphia, Amish country, Gettysburg, and Newport. We traveled after she was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, initiated by me or her brother. Bermuda, Kansas, Vermont, Niagara Falls, Baseball Hall of Fame, Sanford, Maine, North Conway, Toronto, and Newport. Family, her daughter Jeanette Downing, her brother Jack Smith, his wife Jill Smith, her grandchildren Megan, Colin, Ryan, and Owen. and my children, John Bowes and Karen St. Susie. Her love for her daughter and grandchildren was amazing. She was so proud of them. Quote about Karen by my daughter, Karen St. Susie. It was when I first realized I didn't need to worry about Dad anymore. He found his soulmate. It would be just fine. Karen, thank you for always making my dad happy, taking care of him, and making him do the laugh we all so love. I'm eternally grateful. I love you. Rest in peace, and thank you for always being my dad's angel, even on earth. Quote about Karen from her brother Jack Smith. Her laughter, her companionship, her thoughtfulness, and her love were treasured by all. She will always be remembered for her warm and loving smile, followed by a bold encouragement to take on some new adventure. The personalized gifts she created using her artistic talent, her passion for life, will forever be truly missed by those that loved her. We brought her home the last week of October 2016 under hospice. Her daughter Jeanette had taken family leave of absence from her job to help with her care. Her brother Jack and his wife Jill and my son John and his wife Dawn all helped. She only lasted a week at home. Karen had not talked for a while, and a hospice nurse suggested reading to her. So I got a Bible, and I spent about an hour reading the Psalms to her. We both liked Psalm 23, so I read that first. She started to talk. Her brother and sister-in-law and daughter spent some time conversing with her. The day before she died, she had not been talking again, and I went in early that morning and kissed her forehead and said, "I love you." And she said, "I love you." These were the last words she spoke. She passed away on November 1st, 2016. This is a partial quote from my son about Karen's passing. Her family and friends got to say goodbye to Karen while she still knew and recognized us. She knew she was safe at home. My dad, her daughter Jeanette, her brother Jack, and his wife Jill were all by her side when she died. Despite her Alzheimer's, her free spirit was alive inside right up until the end. 2 weeks before her accident, she told me she still had skydiving and scuba diving on her bucket list.